Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Yeah, man, I'm back. Now, a couple of you, for obvious reasons, you've seen the links with Andre Gomes. A lot of you are via Snapchat, the YouTube comments, the Facebook, even though I'm very poor on that. Apologies, people. Twitter. You're asking for my opinions on Andre Gomes. So yeah, man. Obviously, I don't know if I've even said that at the beginning, but obviously Lucas Torreira deluded the best YouTuber at this football thing. In fact, the best YouTuber in general, to be fair. So let's crack on with Andre Gomes. Now he's 24 years of age. I mean, probably best remembered for what he did. He was, I don't want to say set the world alight at Valencia because he didn't, but he was definitely playing better at Valencia than he was when he signed for 33 or 30 million, 30 odd million pounds or euros to Barcelona in the last season or so ago, whenever it happened, last 2 years or so, it's irrelevant. So yeah, man, a lot of people, because I felt to make this video because a lot of people think I don't like the player. I mean, liking the player and wanting him to come to your club or calling for your club is two different things. Firstly, if he was to join, he's technically sound. Like he's got great technical qualities. He can pass the ball. He's got long. He's got short. Possibly he's best known for his short passes. A lot of them are actually just sideways, nothing passes. And if we go on, maybe what Arsenal's loosely been about, he'll have no problems with that. If it was just based on the technical ability the man has, he's there. He can play as a deep line playmaker with time. He can be a bit more box to box. His attributes are probably more suited to I don't want to say a 10, but a more creative sort of midfield sort of role. So he'll fit in a side that I believe on a general basis, yeah, we've got Mkhitaryan, Ozil and whatnot, but I do believe it does lack quality. And if it was just on a squad basis, coming in and complementing the side, I'd be all up for it. He can play a number of positions. Clearly he can play in the middle. You can force him out wide. I mean, Arsenal, we ain't won more major trophies in a minute, but depending on how far you go in the numerous cup competitions and the domestic campaign is 38 games, there's a lot of games to be played. God forbid there's a lot of injuries. So I'm all for adding people to the side, but why I'm not for his necessary signing is because when I look past my admiration for his technical abilities and my admiration for wanting him to bring part of the squad, I don't believe he improves this squad dramatically that it needs to be improved. I mean, we're allegedly meant to be penny pinching, regardless of if you believe that or not. We've been linked with Nzonzi. I'd rather bring Nzonzi in than Gomes because at least I can see, yeah, you can say we brought in Torreira and Gordesi, but at least you could say Nzonzi adds something this club, the midfield options don't have. Again, Andre Gomes was slot into this side perfectly, people, perfectly. But what does he bring to this side that's not already there? What does he bring that allows us to set up differently against Liverpool than how we'd set up against City or how we'd play in the North London derby or how we'd play in Europe? Because already their midfielders all have different games. I mean, people are always talking about how we're going to fit all of these players in, and that's fine and dandy, but Maitland-Niles' skill set is not, it might be similar to the rest, but it's completely different to El Nene's. What El Nene brings is clearly different to Torreira. What Torreira brings is clearly different to Ramsey. And you get where I'm going. I don't really see what dramatically Andre Gomes brings to the club, bar his technical ability, which is of a high standard. He doesn't get that many goals and he doesn't get that many assists. If you don't want to judge a midfielder on that, despite the fact he is in the opposition's box a lot, it's not even like it's a Luka Modric thing where he's dictating the pace of the game and the tempo of the game. I haven't seen that for a while from him, definitely while he's been in a Barcelona shirt. So I can't see what he brings. His confidence is obviously at an all-time low, and I'm not berating that. He needs to find someone that believes in him and a club in that. But from a selfish point of view at Arsenal, people, I can't lie to you, I'm getting quite tired of players that need an arm around them. We've already got enough of these players, and hopefully Unai is doing well in that department, but I'm tired of players that need an arm, that need their back rubbed and told how good they are. We ain't got time for this. Like, the club is finally moving into a good direction. I'm tired of having players that are unfinished potential or whatnot. He's 24, so within the next 2 years or so, he needs to be playing it to his best ability, to which I do believe he can. I mean, quite rightly so, his confidence should be at all-time low. I mean, he's hardly playing for Barcelona in the main side. I mean, he's clearly been told he's leaving. He didn't make the Portugal side for the World Cup. So there's reasons for this, but I'm tired of that. If he's a direct replacement for Aaron Ramsey, then again, I'm very upset because Ramsey, I do believe, should score more goals, but I mean, you just need to look at Andre Gomes' record to see what he brings. I mean, in 78 or so appearances for Valencia, for as good as he was there, only 8 goals, 8 assists. For Barcelona, in 73 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists. Now, I don't want to be unfair on the man because the majority of them appearances clearly little 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Majority of the subs bench. Obviously, he started a decent amount per se, but the majority of them weren't how he was at Valencia. So, yeah. Ultimately, in total, in all his appearances, in 214 appearances, I can't remember transfer mark, I can't remember how I wrote this down, but 214 appearances, 23 goals, 23 assists. That's not good enough, to be honest with you, especially if we're meant to be penny pinching and allegedly we was bringing in another centre-half. There's rumours versus Zonzi. We need a winger, clearly. I can't see how Gomez is what we need, to be fair with you people. Like, I really can't see it. I mean, in 109 La Liga appearances, 9 goals, 7 assists and 22 yellow cards to show for it. I really can't see. Again, the cut price deal might make it an attractive proposition. I'm seeing 16 million. I can't lie, I've seen as high as 33 million or I mean 26 million. He signed for 33 million from Barcelona. So I can't really see the benefits of this. If it was just on the basis of what he could bring, what of his tech, not even what he could bring, because I don't think he can bring anything that I actually require at this moment in time in July. But if it was just based on his technical ability and wanted to add him to the squad and use him as purely a squad player, great, I would. But I don't believe he improved his side in the way we need to be. I believe he needs an arm around his shoulder, which, as selfish as it is, I don't want it to be Arsenal where he gets that. Yeah, you could say arm around his shoulder, he turns on fire. Unai Emery knows the man well and things like that, and it was believed Unai Emery wants him, so whatever in it. But for me, I would be quite annoyed if we actually committed this signing, because we have a real chance of, whether it's Perez or Welbs or whoever, freeing up funds for that and going after a winger, in my opinion, or even if you want another centre-half, because I do believe there's a lot of centre-halves, but if there is a lot of centre-halves clearly at our club, but I am quite scared about centre-half, to be honest with you. Centre-half's probably not the priority on the basis that Socrates has come in, but we were linked with two. Like I said, we're being linked with Nzonzi all the damn time, and obviously there's a case for a winger, and if there's even a case for a different sort of centre-mid, what Gomez actually is. Also, I remember his interview about how he can't hack pressure and things like that. Now, the pressure at Barcelona and Arsenal, clearly two different sorts of pressure, but if you can't hack pressure, then in my opinion, you can't be at a top 6 club. Like, you can't. Because if you see Arsenal, pressure is going to be on Arsenal at all-time high now. There's already pressure. Players need to earn their spots. We need to get back into the top 4. We've been woeful. Whatever way you want to mix, we've been woeful for the last 18 months, so I can't really see it. I mean, even Spurs, like, again, it would be a good signing, an addition to both sides, but I don't see how he improves. He's linked to Spurs as well and Chelsea. How does he improve any of these sides and take them to the next level? As focusing on Arsenal, if we're meant to be penny pinching, you're only meant to bring in quality. What's the point? Like, what's the point? Quality over quantity. Is Gomez, again, Gomez can develop and become a quality player, to which this video looks stupid, but at this moment in time, is he dramatically better than the personnel we have? Does he stand up and make you feel confident going into big games? Can he necessarily change a game for depending on scoring a goal, assisting, the tempo of the game, or just anything which he's meant to be good at, being a sort of creative of sorts midfielder? You don't see any of this. So if he's not dictating, if he's not getting goals and assists, why are we adding another midfielder that's not outstanding quality? Again, if it was, we'll never get it, but if it was Kovacic or players of genuine quality, no disrespect to Gomez, of course there's always room for them and it flips the script on the head, but I'm not on the Andre Gomes thing. Obviously, if we were to sign him, regardless of my opinions, he would then play for Arsenal, to which he'd get my respect and my backing. I didn't really want Mkhitaryan, if I'm completely honest with you guys, despite his technical qualities. And I'm sold on the man now, to be fair, as much as you can be sold on him when Alexis Sanchez leaves the club, someone like that. But it is what it is, man. There's nothing more to say, honestly, guys. And on that note, guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you for watching. I'm out.